Hello everyone and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. For those who don't know me, my name is Neko. I usually stream on Twitch, where I mainly stream Animal Crossing content, and I was like, let's head over to YouTube as well. Some things you have to know about me is that I'm a content creator, I'm based in Germany, and I love Pokemon plushies and Animal Crossing, and also Persona 5, which is kind of the topic of this video here. Today we're gonna be visiting my second ever released dream address, which is based on Persona 5 and Tokyo. So it's a Japancore island, very citycore-ish, and I tried to make real life places be a thing in this island here. Please forgive me if I mispronounce anything, especially the Japanese names or any English word. I'm not a native speaker, but I'm doing my best, and it's so nice to meet you. Before we start with the actual tour, I want to share the map that Sparksby created for me, and then show you the actual map, because Sparksby really saved that one. This is the map that Sparksby created. It looks so pretty. It also has all of the landmarks in there, and also all of the houses are decorated, except for Meringue, who doesn't have a house that's accessible, and Marshall's house is also not decorated. Let's get over to the actual map. Please memorize how beautiful this looks, because this is the actual map. I know, it looks terrible. I can show you the Persona 5 references for each villager. I'm gonna leave some seconds to you if you wanna guess it on your own. I think some of them are quite obvious. Let me show you. Obviously my character is like the Joker. We have Stella for Haru. We have Olivia for Anne. Hanji for Morgana, because honestly, I wonder if they made this on purpose. We have Keiji for Marshall. To be honest, I just had Marshall on my island and I didn't want to let him go. And I was like, you know what, we're gonna use him for Akechi. And then we have Vivian here for Makoto. And we have Kabuki for Yusuke. We have Ryuji for Rod. And I feel like because Ryuji's persona is like pirate-based, Rod was really perfect for it. And look at that hair, that also kind of fits. And then we have Takemi as Petrie. I know Takemi is like not really a part of the persona group, but I felt like it was nice to include her, to have a little doctor's office. I don't know. And Futaba and Anka, because Futaba's aesthetic really fit well to Anka. Yeah, this is why I chose those villagers. Let's start with a little tour. This is the island map that flag that I chose. It's basically what my boyfriend chose, because this was his island. And he was like, you can take over my island, because I don't want to play Animal Crossing anymore, which is sad, but you know, I'm not gonna say no to that. And I was like, let's do a Persona 5 themed island then, because I was like playing Persona back then. I really loved the game, and I was like, let's go. I think it's gonna turn out nice. So the first stop is the school, which I built because resident service was not aligning with the airport, and I was like, let's cheat a little bit with that one. So now we have something that aligns with the airport and looks quite cute in my opinion. Then let's go this way. We have a car here, like very citycore-ish look. We have this area here that also looks like a reference of Persona. I'm gonna blend in the picture so you know which area it is. I honestly just had the space left and I was like, what should I do with it? And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give them this little space where they talk about the plans and everything. And yeah, oh, Marshall is here. Hello, Marshall. I'm sorry I didn't decorate your house. Wait, Marshall is blocking the way. But yeah, let's continue. So let's enter the school. We have some references here for Kamoshida's palace. For those who don't know, in Persona you can enter people's palaces and they're linked to the real world. So this is why I have the throne with a chest and everything. If you didn't play Persona 5 yet, feel free to do it. It's a really amazing game. We have the volleyball lockers in here. And when you wake up from the dream address, this is the first place that you're gonna see. If you go to your right, you can find a little classroom. You know, Persona 5 is set in a school, so I was like, we really need to have a school. And yeah, you can take some pictures here, or like pretend that you're the main character and typically like, you know, choose this seat over here. And then I made Haru's little place, you know, where you can just meet her and talk to her, and a little watering can, you know, as a little reference to her. And a little rooftop, like, I think it looks really cute that you can look over the little passage here and see the alley with the cherry blossoms. Also, I was like, I really want to do a citycore island that's set in cherry blossom season. And I'm so happy that I did it, because look how dreamy it looks like. But yeah, let's continue the little tour. But yeah, it's a little bit laggy, so if we visit, don't do it as I just did it and run. Rather, you know, just walk really slowly. We have the museum here, and I thought, like, usually I feel like it's kind of hard to include the museum on your island, because Persona 5 had this kind of scene with the museum and Madarame. I was like, you know what, it's actually a cool idea to just include it, to include all of the like museum theme with it. And yeah, you also see that you also can see some really subtle Persona 5 references and some statues and everything. And then we have our first villager house, which is Yusuke's house. Of course, he has to live next to the museum. We have Sayuri here as a little painting, so you know it's like Yusuke's house. I gave him some food because he loves food, and I have to say this is the area I was kind of struggling with creating, because it was one of the last areas and I didn't have an idea what to do with it. So yeah, for Yusuke, I took a reference of his actual room and I recreated it. I'm also gonna blend you in the actual room. I think it looks quite nice. I wouldn't like to live here, if I'm being honest. It's a little bit messy, but we have everything that a artist needs. We have the mess. We have all of the like items that he needs. Some empty canvases. I even gave him a little futon because I was like, I don't want to have him sleeping on the floor or anything. Yeah, I hope that you like the first villager house. It was so much fun to recreate this. I even gave him this little door that he has as a simple panel. And yeah, let's continue our little tour. Bye bye, Kabuki. Now, let's go to one of my favorite areas on this island. I really love how suburban it looks here, while the rest of the island is quite citycore-ish, and I tried to make this look like Jimbocho. I hope I pronounced it right. It's like the area in Tokyo where you can buy lots of books. Also, I have some presents all over the island, so if you visit, make sure to check them out. For example, I have a book here. I collected the other ones for aesthetic purposes, and just wear those things or them with you as the book here, and just have a little tour as well. By the way, if you want to visit Marshall, this is the way, but on the other hand, it's not decorated, so you're not missing anything. So yeah, let's continue with the little tour. Here you can take some cute pictures. We have a little alley here with all of the different buildings, and it was so much fun building this. In general, I felt like citycore was not really a theme I would like to go for again, like ever again, because it was so hard for me. But I feel like this area was so much fun, so if I ever would do citycore again, I would do a suburban Japanese city with the storefronts and everything, all of the books, we have all of the little items, the board games, so it's a really nice shopping district. I would like to go there in real life. I've never been there before. But yeah, I hope you like this area. It's one of my favorites. Also, look at that view here with the sunset and everything. I really like it. Then we have a little train station here that it's kind of blocked off, like there's also nothing to see. We have some food stalls here, very nice as well. If you're hungry, you can just get something to eat. I was like, okay, I need to find an area to do a transition, the suburban area and then the city core-ish area. So yeah, here we are. This is a little city. And if you go this way, you can find a train station with a really dark secret. Let's go up there. We have the ATMs that I was like, we're gonna use them as some ticket machines. Then you can take some pictures here or just wait for the train that will never come. It's okay, at least it looks aesthetic. And when you stand up, you can go down this pipe here that's a little bit hidden. I'm gonna be honest, the first time I saw people doing this kind of pipe build, I was like, I really want to have an island where I also can do it. And yeah, here we go, I finally have it. And if you don't know, in Persona, also the island name kind of says it, there's kind of an area that's called Mementos, and it looks super darkish and you can fight enemies. And if you use this pipe, it also looks like a subway station, a very interesting fact. If you use this pipe, it brings you to Mementos, and I kind of decorated everything kind of darkish, kind of try to recreate the look of Mementos, and it's also blocked off. I tried to use this item as stairs, so first of all, it blocks you off from getting access to the rest of the house, and second of all, it looks like subway stairs. In Mementos, it's like that if you use the stairs, you get to other layers of Mementos. So I was like, okay, let's go. I think that's a good idea. This is the Mementos build that I have, and a little Persona reference. I know that people who visited it and haven't played Persona 5, I think they might have been a little bit confused why it looked so dark. But yeah, let's continue our little tour. By the way, I feel like the pipes are one of the best items that we ever got in this game, if I'm being honest. Like, they are so cool. And now we're at Shibuya Crossing. This is a Hachiko statue. I know it looks a little bit different, but I really wanted to have this area. And by the way, if you also notice, I don't know, it's a very subtle reference again. I wanted to make this look a little bit as the area where the Phantom Thieves always meet and talk about their plans. I know it's not a perfect reference because it's an indoor building. It still represents it a little bit. So yeah, we have Shibuya Crossing here. We have this like train wagon where people can meet. I know it's not like super accurate, but I wanted to have it represented on the island. And I love how green this area is. We have all of the green items. We have the cherry blossoms. And it's such a nice area. I really like it. When you continue walking here, you get to Shibuya Crossing. I mean, a very small version of it, but still the best you can recreate in Animal Crossing. You can take some really cute pictures here if you also time it right with the angle and everything. Also, I tried to put some references in here to Kaneshiro, which was a Persona 5 boss that took over Shibuya, has a lot of money and everything. If you go this way, you can see that we have some piles of money. We have like this piggy bank that was like an enemy in the game. I tried to recreate the skyline with different items. I feel like it looks best if you're a little bit in the back. You can just see the shapes of it and not the actual items. I used some different items to create buildings. I think it turned out quite cute. I hope you like it as well. Perfect opportunity to put nooks in here. Add some details to it. We have some boxes. I made it a 7-Eleven as well. And also because this is a Southern Hemisphere island, we have the Nook's Cranny here that's Halloween themed while it's cherry blossom season. And yeah, it's okay, we can live with that. Then I have this little bridge here. Really nice. Also, again, another idea that I saw on other islands, and I was like, if I ever do citycore and Japancore, I really want to have this as well. If you can do it, you can find the perfect angle to take some pictures, and I think it turned out quite cute. And on the other side, we have Able Sisters. Ta-da! But yeah, let's continue our little tour. You see some city-core-ish areas as well, and let's go this way first. And also, I hope one of the villagers is at home. Let's go there. Yeah, you have this little alley here with another beautiful viewpoint. Let me just check. Oh, I think like Makoto is at home. This is perfect because I'm cosplaying as Makoto. Let's get in there. I felt like Makoto's room is not like super impressive, but I did my best with the panda plushie. and all of the books and everything. I love books, so you know, usually I would love this room. I would just spend a lot of time here and look through the books. And yeah, I hope Vivian likes this room. I'm also gonna show you the reference that I used for it. And yeah, let me know what you think. Did I do it well, or is there something I could improve? And let's leave again. And continue a little tour. So Anne's character Olivia is not here right now, which is a bit sad because I think that the house turned out really cute. But if you visit on your own, maybe she's at home and you can visit it. And now let's continue to the Skyline View. Also something I really wanted to do. Every time I saw people having a skyline, I was like, one time I also want to do it. And again, if you kind of do the timing right, you're able to take some really cute pictures. Also, we have to hurry up. It's almost nighttime on the island. Oh no. But yeah, let's continue. By the way, this is a dead end, so you don't have to walk until the end. And let's go and continue the little tour again. Did you notice that the amount of terraforming on this island is quite low? But I was struggling with the terraforming, I gotta be honest. I don't know. It was quite hard to include it and everything. I don't know, I was struggling a little bit. And yeah, let's continue. On the right side, we have Destinyland. If you remember in Persona 5, you can visit Destinyland. It's kind of like Disneyland, but you know, copyright and everything, so you couldn't include that. And it's like, let's make a reference for that as well, because actually visiting it in the game was quite interesting. And yeah, this is my very small version of it, with a castle in the back. We have the Ferris wheel, we have some ice cream. Also, you can eat a little bit of like ice cream in here if you open your present. Oh no, cotton candy, oops. But yeah, it still looks cute, right? I really love the food items, aww. Okay, let's continue. Also, I saw that the character that represents Haru is here, so let's visit her because I really like her house. And this is the house. Look how cool it looks with the skyline and everything. I hope that Stella likes the house. I'm also gonna show you how the room of Haru looks in Persona 5. Very, very cute, very beautiful. I love the furniture. I'm a little bit sad that we don't have the bed in white. It would be perfect. But yeah, I did my best to recreate her room, and I hope that you like it again. I especially love this view over the skyline. I'm so in love with it. But yeah, let's continue. And now to our favorite location, the Leblanc Cafe. Have a little firework. If you remember in Persona 5, there was a scene where Futaba and Joker lighting up fireworks in front of the cafe. So yeah, let's get in there first. And yeah, this is my version of the Leblanc Cafe in Persona 5 with the Animal Crossing items. We have Sayuri in the bag, we have the menu, the bottles and everything. I feel like it turned out really well. I felt like they had so many items that you know from the Persona game and used it here. And you might wonder why it's mirrored to the game, like when you enter, not as you know it from the games, but I'm gonna answer it in a second. By the way, they even had almost the same lamps in here, and I was like, what? Let's go to this room, which is a nice surprise. Which is the outside area of the Leblanc Cafe. I feel like the game itself kind of limits us on doing the outside areas as detailed as they are in the game. This is why I decided we're just gonna mirror the whole design and use the back room to make it look like the actual game. And I hope that you like the idea. I'm really happy with how it turned out and how cozy it looks in here, and I did my best to kind of recreate the outside area. And let's continue. Also, as you might have noticed, I blocked one room off. To be honest, I could have used it as Mementos, but I didn't because I didn't want to use a small room for Mementos. But we have the kitchen area, so let's get in there so I can show you what I did. A very, very tiny kitchen. I felt like the kitchen in the game is quite small and I didn't know what to do with all of the space that was left. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna use the walls and give them a small and tiny kitchen. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Also, again, I'm gonna show you how it looked in-game. So I hope that you also think that it's quite close to the reference. Next room is not the basement because we already saw the basement earlier, but let's get upstairs and big surprise what it is. It is Joker's room, very messy, all of the items just lying around. I also tried my best to kind of recreate it from the game. Also look at this view here. I don't want to know what the rent is, you know, if you had to pay for this in real life. But yeah, whatever. I mean, he basically lives there for free in a way. And that was the house in general, so let's leave it. If you want, you can light the firework. Apart from that, I made a little area here. The area around Leblanc is kind of all of the people living there, some small stores and everything. So basically, all that we have here is Futaba's house, if you want to visit it, like Anka's house. It looks really cool. I'm a little sad that she's not at home right now. And we have Punchy's room, which is Morgana, and everyone, I'm so sorry, but there's a dark secret in there, because the dream address got messed up a little bit, so if you visit it, please, you're gonna know what I mean. But I didn't want this to happen. On the other hand, I didn't want to re-upload the dream address, because I was like, maybe it messes up with someone else. Just go there and see it for yourself. And I hope that I kind of did that well with the little alley here and how like cluttered everything is. Also, I noticed that many people kind of miss this area when they visit the dream address. And then we have the Sakura alley. And no, Petrie is also not at home. Petrie's house is really cool. It's a little doctor's office that Takemi has. I hope that if you visit it, you can maybe say hello and look at how Petrie's house turned out. We have some bikes here, a doctor's office sign. Then with this space, I was not quite sure what to do, so I made a little shrine. I love the Japanese shrines, I love the aesthetics and everything. You can take some pictures here again if you want. Then a little transition area here, I did my best. On the left, we have a little like kind of like 7-Eleven, like a convenience store, and this was so much fun building. I can show you the reference that I used for it. I'm a little bit sad that there's not a better option to build indoors areas in Animal Crossing, and I didn't want to use a second house for it, but still, I think it turned out quite well with the walls on the left and on the right. Here we have the little baseball field where you can level up your skills in Persona 5. I think it turned out quite cute, especially if you do this and change the angle a little bit. Here we go. I think that looks quite nice. And I added some weeds to make it look overgrown. And this way we have the onsen area. We even have an outfit. If you want, you can pick it up, put it on, and take some pictures again. I really like how this turned out. I was like, okay, we need an onsen area. I tried to use the outside area and make it look like in-game. Again, a reference is included. And yeah, the onsen is kind of hidden. We have Sanrio items that fit in so well, and the different kind of walls to make it kind of layer a little bit and give it the impression of an actual building, even if it's an outdoor building again. And also, this is a nice photo spot if you use the first person mode. Let me show you. So yeah, if you want to use that, you can just walk around and look how cute it looks. I really like that. I feel like this was such a random area that I did because I didn't know how to fill up all of the areas, and it turned out so cute in the end that I'm quite happy with it. Here we go. Let me take another picture. But yeah, don't forget to use the first person mode when you're here, and will turn out quite cute. Let's go to the next area, which is the Inokashira Park. This is the park you can visit with Sumi and Yusuke. We have the swans as a reference for the swan boats that you can use there. Also some trash, because you've been picking up trash there with Sumi, so I wanted to use it as a little reference as well. Yeah, nice photo spot. And you can feed the ducks, by the way, if you visit. There's a little present. Then another Kamoshida volleyball reference here. Oh, even Kamoshida standing here being very angry. No, just kidding. He's not angry right now, but he might be if, you know, people don't do their job. But yeah, another volleyball reference here. I think it turned out quite cute, like having it in front of the school. I told you earlier that you can't access the beaches, but I was a liar. You actually can access this part of the beach, which is a reference to Mori Beach that you can also visit in the games. A very simple beach build, not too full, some little cabins where you can switch out to other clothes. I saw this on Sparksby's Island and I was like, this is such a cool idea, let's use this as well. Oh, and Punchy, like Morgana and Akechi, are having a day on the beach. Cute. But yeah, let's continue. Also, Ryuji is at home. Where are the messy home villagers at home today? I can't believe it. And Ryuji's house, like, oh god. When I saw the references, I was like, people are gonna think that I'm crazy for rebuilding it. But yeah, this is Ryuji's home. Very simple, a very simple TV, some board games, books, very messy. Not too messy, but you know, a little bit. And he also had some, like Ryuji has some posters of women on his walls. So I was like, we're gonna use a poster of Cherry. I mean, not the usual build that I would go for, but it's okay. And now we have one more area left, which is Harajuku and Takashita Dori. I don't know if you've been there in real life, but I really love this area in Japan. And I was like, we really have to include it, even if it doesn't play a big role in the Persona games. But yeah, here's the gate to the street. We have all of the cute pink things, all of the nice food. If you ever go there, get the cotton candy, get all of the sweets. I promise you it's amazing. And I know it doesn't have any reference to Persona, but we even have a little like store where you can buy new outfits. Everything's kind of pinkish. We have the seating area. You know what? Many people think it's like an area where man can sit, but actually when I go shopping, this is the area where you find me the most, because I'm a lazy bench and I hate walking and I hate shopping, especially when the store is messy. And so yeah, this is the area I kind of rebuilt here. I had to use it because, you know, with the updates, so many new clothing items were like added to the game that I had to use it on my island. And if you go back, we have Daizu here. Oh, it's a must-have. I know in real life there's the train station, but I had to change it up a little bit. And I love Daizu so much. They have so many cute things. So as I told you, you know, even if you're not a Persona player, I think you're still able to kind of visit this island. It was so much fun building it. And yeah, that's actually it. That was my Persona 5 island, and I hope that you liked it. Feel free to give me feedback in the comments. This island doesn't exist anymore. We're currently working on an overgrown island on stream. 3 times a week I stream on Twitch, so if you want, feel free to join. I can't wait to upload my next video, and I hope that you liked the island and I was not talking too many weird things. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked it, consider to subscribe, leave a comment, or like the video. I would really appreciate it, and see you next time!